The Joy Regained, a storytelling parable about rediscovering the beauty of life. Once upon a time, there was a man who lived in a big city. He always dedicated his time to work, home, relationships, and daily tasks, and he was always worrying about possible problems before they even came up in his life. As a result, he had very little time for himself. He was chronically tired and stressed and had no joy in his life. He didn't even realize how long it had been since he last experienced joy. One day, driven by a deep need, an inner voice, and an intuition, he decided to take a day off and go where there was some nature. Intuition is a wonderful tool we have inside of us. Trees, flowers, and hills surrounded him, but even a big public garden would have been enough as long as it allowed him a bit of solitude in nature. As he walked down a dirt road, stepping on the grass, something he hadn't done in years, he took off his shoes to have a deeper connection with the earth and the reality he was experiencing. Suddenly, he noticed fields of flowers of every kind, variety, size, and color around him, as if he had tuned into a specific program, beauty. Overwhelmed by such intensity, he decided to sit down and rest, to smell, to contemplate, and to meditate on the wonder around him. As he looked at the flowers, he was surprised to feel more calm and serene. The beauty, fragrance, and colors of the flowers were an inexplicable and unexpected remedy that reminded him how important it is to take care of oneself and to appreciate the nature around us. From that day on, the awakened man decided to dedicate more time to himself and to seek moments of calm, meditation, or simple contemplation by slowing down the pace of his days and dedicating himself as a daily practice to the search for small practical joys. He began to take walks in the countryside every week and began to notice the harmony in the small details around him. He began to enjoy simple things like a cup of coffee in the morning or a walk with his dog. In a short time, the man became increasingly skilled in creating moments of contemplation, interrupting the flow of daily commitments and dedicating time to practices that made him more serene and satisfied. His life had become more balanced, more soft, and he had learned to see and be aware of things that he did not notice before. Joy had returned to his life, reminding him how much he missed it. He finally opened the chest he had neglected for years due to daily commitments, discovering that it contained endless joys ready to be used. He realized that true joy doesn't come from material possessions or success, but from appreciating them just as much as our failures, difficulties, and all the small and big things we make happen as co-creators, not always consciously. But most importantly, he understood that taking a conscious breath every now and then, or even often, was a good practice for taking care of oneself. This parable reminds us that joy is a choice. Daily life can be challenging, but if we take the time to look around and take a conscious breath, we can find that spark of joy amidst chaos that gives us the motivation to face it and make it less rough. Joy is not just a fleeting emotion, but a state of mind that can last a long time, a divine sense that can be recalled, cultivated, and developed through daily practice, integrating attitudes such as gratitude, generosity, kindness, and practices like motivational urban meditation. Also, joy is contagious and can be shared with others, creating a virtuous circle of positivity and well-being. When we are happy, we tend to be more generous and kind to others, and this in turn can create joy in others. Joy is also a matter of perspective. We can choose to see what we lack in life, or we can choose to rejoice in what we have. When we focus on the blessings in our life, that's when we truly feel alive. It's true that joy cannot be bought, but we are capable of finding it in things and creating it within ourselves. In conclusion, this parable reminds us that joy is a choice, and it's up to us to let it enter our lives, even by just opening our eyes and taking a deep breath, choosing to practice gratitude, generosity, and kindness. We can learn to appreciate life and find joy within it, even for just a single moment. The most important thing is that joy is contagious and can be shared with others, even without words, but just through presence, creating a virtuous cycle of positivity and well-being. Let's choose to live life with joy. It will teach us how to embody it. We just have to allow it. Let's choose to see the beauty in everyday life and appreciate the small things. Let's choose to be grateful for what we have and share joy with others. And take care of yourself.